everyone. This is Lynn Serrano with Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. I am super, super excited and honored to have the one and only Pitter. She's an amazing person. We're going to find out what it means to be Pitterized. But before that, I have a little intro video. And there she is, Miss Pitter. Welcome to the show. I am super excited to have you here. But before I let you introduce yourself, I wanna play something.
Lynn Serrano, I don't know how you do it. You managed to get these great guests. Pitter, who everyone's going to have the great honor to meet today. I met her on Clubhouse. She shared her story. And as a way for me to say thank you for her time, I sent her a card and a set of brownies. And this was her response.
Mark Rodriguez, oh my gosh. Seriously? I'm gonna cry. Thank you so much for that. Wait, what the heck? I just learned about these codes. What the heck? Oh my gosh, I'm waiting for a video. And it's personalized to me.
You guys are in for a great treat with this interview with Lynn and Pitter. She is amazing, amazing, amazing. Lynn, go at it.
Thank you, Mark Rodriguez. Now you can introduce yourself, beautiful. It's good to have. I just wanted you to know how much we love and appreciate you, and you're one of our newfound friends. So God bless you, girl. Introduce everybody real quick who you are.
Hey, everyone. Oh my gosh. You had to bring that up first. He is so kind. Oh my goodness. I'm Kalpak-Goughnour out of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a photographer for about almost 20 years, single mom, raising a daughter, my daughter Mo, and she's amazing. And sometimes single, when people say single mom, it means that there's nobody else in their life. So that's not what that means. It's just I'm a single mom, not married. So right. I wanted to clarify that.
I got you on that. You got Pitterized. We're going to ask everybody what that means here in a little while. So welcome to the show, Kurt. You're in for a fun ride here. I'm just super excited. We got to do the elephant in the room. It's going to be so fast, this show. It's going to be as fast as that. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Okay, so let's just start out easy. Wait for friends to get on here. So let's ask you what meaning does living your best life have for you personally?
Living my best life usually means being selfless to me, giving back to others first before myself. And it says in the airplane where it says, put the mask over you and then your child, it's more like put the mask over my child than me. I'm always wanting to please other people first and make sure that they're taken care of and connecting people in a way. And just basically just giving back is the most important thing to me, is give back, because there's been times when I've lost everything. And hey Mark, good morning. And I've lost everything. And there were people there to scoop me up, and not let me fall. And that was very important. And so that's being, to me, living my best life, is giving back to so many people.
Well, can I just say though, beautiful, that don't forget to put the mask on you first before Mo, because you can help her longer if you put the mask on yourself.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
You can only temporarily.
It's in the side. Like I have it on, it's like halfway on, and I'm like, okay.
No, but I'm just saying you last longer if you take care of yourself than if you take care of her. So don't you forget that, beautiful. Jeff! Hey, Jeff, you have an inbox message for me if you don't mind checking that out, please. Seriously, please. Okay.
Hello, Jeff Ettringer.
All right. So here we go. What would you do, or what do you love in your life other than your family?
What do I love other than my family, my friends, my community that has surrounded me is huge. The ability to be able to once again give back. I just love that. I just love giving back to people. It's so important to me. I love life. I love life.
You're beautiful. I had the pleasure of spending a couple hours with you, and man, it's just such a blessing. I just love you so much. So before I ask you what makes you laugh other than me, and this cute little girl right here.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
That's low.
What makes you laugh?
I make myself laugh. I think if there were some people to come on here, they would let you know that I kind of make myself laugh at myself, and that's, I think, the biggest thing. If you can laugh at yourself, then you're doing pretty good. But see, I'm just laughing right now. What makes me laugh? Just people just doing funny stuff, just being crazy, being authentically real. Funny movies. Sometimes in life, when life is really bad and you're just like, you know what? There's nothing I can do but laugh. There's nothing I can do but laugh about it, and just mostly laugh out loud.
You're in a perfect show. I think Mark is saying my mic is staticky, like you said. So
yeah.
If you keep hearing it, let me know. I'm just gonna have to.
It is. I'll hear it.
Yeah, sorry about that. Not sure what's going on with it. I might have to check my mic here and redo something. So thanks, Mark, for letting me know about my mic.
It's staticky.
So let me have you ask this, let's go with what things have you let go out loud? And I'm going to shut my mic off here in a minute, and I'll let you talk. Is that any better? Is that any better?
Not really.
Oh, go figure. Anyhow, let's just talk real quick about what things have you let go out loud. If you'll share with us some of the things that you've been going through, that you've been vulnerable about in sharing, that you have let go out loud and that you're dealing with.
Well, some people may or may not know, my former husband passed away today, 3 months ago. Today is the date, 22nd of October. And it was an interesting day that day. I got a call from his work, his roommate, and they actually put me on FaceTime with him when they were working on him. And I was able to talk to him and, basically root him on to be like, come on, you got this, don't go. And he ended up passing away. And I had about 6 of my girlfriends around me, thank goodness, watching on FaceTime, literally on FaceTime. And we were able to reconcile in a friendship way before he passed away. But my daughter had not seen him in about 7 years. She had talked to him on the phone and not seen him. And so that's been pretty tough to watch your child go through something that, regrets, things like that are really hard to watch your own child go through and things like that. But the first time she actually saw him in 7 years was in his casket personally. So things like that. Just remember I tell people, you never know when it's your time to go, and just remember to love every day, because tomorrow is not promised to us. And, I love with all my heart and things like that. And I just, when I truly tell you I love you, I do love you. And I do, Lynn, I love you. But it's for real. It's not just, when I leave the house, with people, I'm like, I love you. I love you. It's not flippant. It's for real, and things like that. I learned that life can be taken away from you in the matter of seconds. He purchased her a dress the night before he passed away. And I told her, I said, no, why don't you give your dad a chance? Just give him a chance. And I remember her being a little angry with me for saying that. And then the next day he passed away. But some interesting blessings have happened during that time in my life that I'll share soon one day. But it's things have come into my life. People have come into my life and made it very special for me. So maybe we can have another story about that another time. But it's awesome.
I love that. Is it any better, my static?
It's static. Hey, LaDan. My girl LaDan is on.
And it's a bummer that I'm having that static.
LaDan, can you hear static, LaDan?
Yeah, I think some of them heard. That's why she's here for you, baby. Oh, that's super sweet.
I wish you could hear her voice, her accent. I love her. Awesome. LaDan is awesome.
So here we go.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
Oh my. My pickle. Well, I have lots of pickles. And I don't know if I need PETA coming after me, but however, I'll just talk about the time that I was on a photo shoot, and back in the woods, I was actually one of the clients. I do actors and actresses headshots, and he needed this one that kind of looked like CSI, and we were back in this old warehouse, and I'm standing in the warehouse in the door, and it's the cement blocks, and so it's about right here to me. And I'm sitting there, and his face, he's supposed to give facial expressions, right? Like he's supposed to be this tough detective, back in the, this, graffitied up place. And I was like, okay, I need you to bring the face. I need the facial expression. I need you to bring it. Okay. Bring it for me. And he's like, okay, I got this. And he's getting into his detective mode. And all of a sudden he goes, don't move. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, no, don't move. And he looks at me, and his face was like, and I go, that's not the facial expression you need for this role. And he goes, Peter, there's a snake coming out at your face. And the snake, I'm not kidding, had come out of a hole that was in the bricks. And a black snake was literally right here at my face. And I saw out of my peripheral right here, his little tongue was going like this. And he goes, either you need to jump forward to me, or you need to back up really quick. And when the old Roadrunner shows, to where the Roadrunner like takes off and you can see his trail? That's what I did. I basically ducked down and just took off. I took off. That snake was right at my face. He was wanting to come say hello. He wanted to get pitterized.
Oh my goodness.
I left him in the thing. He goes, wait, how do I get back in the car? We were like a mile back in the woods, and he was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, oh my gosh, I was gone. Me and snakes.
Girl, that happened here in Montana to me. I was at, of all times, this place is always sacred to me, up on this cliff. And I just love walking there, just meditating, just hanging out, the whole 9 yards. And of all times, I had my boyfriend at the time, we're walking, I had a dress on, sandals on. He's like, you ever see snakes here? I said, only dead ones. Now, mind you, it's posted everywhere that there's snakes, right? Never seen them in years. He goes to read the monument, and I sit on a rock, and I get up. There's a 3-foot coiled up snake rattling between my legs. I just pushed him out of the way, and I walked back. Yeah. So, girl, I'm with you there. That's just too close for comfort.
I do not do snakes. That's why I have a gun that has buckshot in it, and I know I'm going to hit that snake if I shoot it.
Oh my gosh, girl. All right, so let's just get to this because you even mentioned it, the guest mentioned it. So let's go to this question. What does getting pitterized mean?
Wow. Pitterized means, well, I'll tell you where it came from because that's the most important thing is where it actually came from. A friend of mine is a Secret Service agent, and his mother back probably many years ago, 25 years ago, I hadn't seen her in like 3 months or something. And she was like, I miss you so much. I need to get pitterized. Like I need you to get pitterized. I'm missing you. I'm missing your spunk. I miss you. So that's where pitterized came from. And a lot of people don't know where it came from. So now that I can get that out there to let everybody know that Debbie Booth made up the word pitterized. And so she was a big marketer. And so, hey, Bradley. Hey, how are you? He got pitterized. Aw, LaDan. Thank you, LaDan.
Yeah, you are beautiful inside and out, girlfriend. I'm blessed to know you.
And so it's basically captured, like LaDan just said, it's capturing the beauty that a lot of people do not see themselves, how they see themselves. And I say that in my bio about capturing somebody's inner essence of who they truly are through the lens that they don't see in the mirror, because the mirror lies to us. Have you ever looked in the mirror and been like, oh my gosh, I look great. And then you go out and you do a selfie or, whatever. And you're like, oh my gosh, why didn't anybody tell me I didn't look like that? Or you don't look like that. And so the lens never lies about beauty. A lens, there's no filter on my camera. It just is what it is. And I just show people how I do their hair and their makeup a different way. And so I don't change them. I just reconfigure a little bit, a little bit of mascara, a little bit of pump in the hair. And then I just take their picture. It's God's just given me a talent that I don't know where it came from. And honestly, people will say, how'd you take, what aperture did you use? Or what this did you use? I'm like, I don't know. Auto? I don't know. I just,
I love it. Sorry for the static, you guys, in my mic here. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, so what got you into photography?
Well, what got me into photography was I used to take a lot of pictures just goofing around. And my girlfriend, Jen Hall, and Dosha Myers at the time, and Robert Smith, who has passed away. He was actually on his way to an audition, and then on his way back was going to get pitterized. And he was actually killed by a tractor trailer on his way to my home when he was going to get pitterized. And so I'll tell you about him in a second. But how I got started in Dosha, Julie, and Jen. Actually, I have my first headshot, and I meant to have it here. We were at a play that Jen was in, and I remember we were in the line with Julie Guy, and we looked up, and there's Jen's picture on the playbill, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my work, or I took that. Oh my gosh, and I got really nervous because I didn't believe in myself. I was like, I did not believe in myself. I mean, I was like, I am not a photographer. And so next thing you know, we hear behind us, they're like, oh my gosh, look at Jen's new headshot. I bet Kelsey Edwards did that. And I'm like, Kelsey Edwards, she's the most famous photographer in LA, and she comes out to Atlanta. Oh my gosh, they're comparing me to Kelsey. I mean, I was freaking out. In fact, I was freaking out so bad. I told Julie, I'm like, do not say anything. Do not tell them that I took that picture, because I don't know what I'm doing. I just took it for her as a favor. And my girlfriend, Julie Guy, goes, no, Pitter took that shot. Pitter took that shot. And she's like, don't give Kelsey Edwards. Don't let them think that Kelsey Edwards. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so nervous. I went to the bathroom and was like sick to my stomach. My feet were on fire. I literally stayed in the bathroom for a few minutes, maybe more than a few minutes, because I was so nervous. I felt like I was going to throw up because I didn't believe in myself. And so that's kind of how I got started. And it fired into this, like a tornado. It was crazy. So that's kind of how I got started. And to piggyback on that, I never knew that my grandfather and great grandfather were photographers. Never knew until we cleaned out their house. And I meant to have that picture ready to show you as well of them being photographers. So.
Wow, talk about just the talent, just the natural talent that's just awesome. I love that. I love that. And I'm going to skip down to this question because I think you're just such a giving person. So I'd love for you to answer this question is what makes you so passionate in helping others?
What makes me passionate about helping others is because, like I said before, is when, I lost everything and people were there to build me up and bring me up. And so I love giving back to people. I love encouraging them to be their best self every day because I try to be my best self every day. And when you encourage somebody and truly show them their ability to shine, to truly shine and let them know, hey, you got this. You really got this. I'm passionate about showing people that they truly have what it takes to do something that that they believe in it, but they don't know, kind of like me. I didn't believe in myself in the beginning. And, through along the way, God showed me that this is what I'm supposed to do. And when you see somebody that you really, truly know that that's what they're supposed to do, that's their gift, and you can, encourage them with their gift, I'm very passionate about, telling people, listen, you got this. This is your gift. Go for it. You got this. Do it. You can do it. And so I just love encouraging people and really just helping people along the way and just be their best self.
I love that. I love the fact that you needed to feel that inferior to I don't think I'm good enough, to learn that you are good enough so that you can empathize with people that felt the same way you did, or else you wouldn't be blessed to be able to empathize. So I love that you shared that, and that I really feel that until you experience something, and everybody's experience is separate and different, but just knowing that you could kind of relate or connect because of that same situation, I love that you use that to fuel yourself to show people, no, and to share that story with them. That's very empowering. I love that. So let's go to this now. So what are some of the funniest things you've ever encountered at a photo shoot?
Okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there with Greg Savage because I always like to knock him, bust his chops. So I was doing a photo shoot and I started to shoot, and all of a sudden I got up there and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot take your picture. Hold on a second. And I ran and I got some scissors, and his nose hairs were coming out of his nose, and I could see that. And I was like, I was like, I cannot Photoshop all these pictures with your nose hairs. I know he's not going to be mad that I tell this because I tell people all the time. And he said, hold on a second. And so I go in and get scissors, and I was cutting his nose hairs. He was like, I cannot believe this is happening. I'm losing my man card right now. And so, but that, and I took my mom on a photo shoot one time, and we had 9 people in the photo shoot. There's 13 people in the photo shoot, a 2-year-old, and 9 golden retrievers and 2 Jack Russells. Not kidding. We're on the edge of the lake. Okay? Edge of the lake. And this squirrel comes tearing down the yard in the backyard. My mom was with me as my witness. And those 2 Jack Russells see that squirrel running towards the lake. They take off. I'm about to shoot. So I shoot maybe 2 frames. I shoot. And the next thing you know, that's about as all I get. The Jack Russell takes off after the crazy squirrel. The next thing you know, all 9 dogs are chasing the squirrel into the lake. I mean, into the lake, in their face. I just kept shooting because it's hilarious. Because I was like, oh my God, they're all going in the lake. All the dogs were soaking wet. Then they got out of the lake and they're shaking and they're all there in their beautiful outfits. And it was just like, are you kidding?
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah,
Do you still hear the static? I think I fixed it.
I do. You were good, I think, for a second there.
Is it better now?
No, for 1 minute it was good.
Oh, goodness.
But
Well, I put myself on mute, so I apologize
okay.
again. All right. So what do you like most about photography?
Most about photography is that I get to every day and love what I do. Every single day, it's a different project. And how I can help somebody with their business, with their marketing, with their branding, with their headshots, with their match.com. People want to look good, and I tell people when I'm usually interviewed, I'm like, guys, please don't take the picture in the bathroom.
Peter, you're not one of those photographers, though, that make them look so good that when their date sees them, they're like really disappointed. Like, you don't use a lot of filters there, do you?
No.
Oh, you're not one of those photographers, right?
No, I don't do any of that stuff.
Okay.
No filters, no editing, nothing like that. But that's the thing. It's like they show up with these, 8-year-old pictures, or they put them on there and they come to me and they're like, okay, I need a new picture. And I'm like, you really need to show up looking like yourself, because if not, that's false advertising. And so you make sure, when I have a lot of male clients. Anyway, I take a lot of male clients shots, and female, they come to me for their Bumble, or I don't know about dating sites. So whatever they are, I like to do that. So anyway, but that's the I tell guys, I'm like, listen, I don't want to see the toilet seat up in the picture. Do not take it in the, hire me or somebody really good to take your picture. Stop taking your selfies in the picture and you can see the toilet seat up and back. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see all that stuff. That's my word of advice.
What's the most memorable photo shoot? And audience, don't get jealous if she doesn't mention you. I'm putting her on the spot here, so just work with it, okay?
Okay. The most memorable photo shoot. I have several of them, but honestly, the most memorable will
share two then. Share two. Come on.
Okay. Okay. This is probably probably one of the most memorable photo shoots ever, because it was all around town. So I was photographing Kyle Larson, and Philip Short was coming up. He was a photographer. He was coming up from Atlanta, and she's an amazing ballroom dancer. And I had just gotten her hair done, and she's an actress, big actress in Atlanta too. Big shout out to them. And I had just done her makeup, and I was about 36 frames in, and it was during the winter, and I had this this beanie on, and in the beanie was hooked to a microphone to my phone. And so where I could call 911 if I needed to. Yeah, that should be your hint right there. So anyway, I heard this rumbling coming towards me, and my girlfriend's dog, Tripod, Toby is his name, is a golden retriever, has 3 legs. He was standing beside me on their property, my girlfriend Leslie's property. And I always usually carry with me a weapon just in case. But this time I was like, okay, Philip's here, no problem. Nothing's going to happen today. And so I turned to look, and there is 7 pit bulls charging us with foam coming out of their mouth. Not kidding. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I pushed Kyle back into the barn, and I'm like, push her back. I shoved my camera into Philip's arms. I'm like, Philip, hold my camera. Back to my car, grab my gun, and because they're attacking my girlfriend's golden retriever. Okay. And I was telling Glenn Morshower this story the other night with Jeff. And so when we were out to eat. So anyway, when I come back, Philip had this steel pipe, and he was like hitting the dogs, trying to hit the dogs off of the pit bulls off of the golden retriever. and all you could hear was crying noises, and it was really bad. And so anyway, I fired a shot to see if they would even like blink, and they did not even blink. And so I ended up having to protect the dog and protect my clients by shooting the pit bulls off of the it was probably one of the most memorable and unforgettable photo shoots. But the dog ended up living, and then the two ended up taking the Toby underneath this thing. And I'm calling my girlfriend. I'm like, don't come down here. Don't come near here. Call the police, call 911. We've got these pit bulls. So long story short, I'm going to make this really short. So I said, we get back in the car, and I'm like, so y'all want to shoot again? And they're like, are you kidding me? So I'm just like on like adrenaline flow at this point.
Yeah.
And so 2 days later, I get a call from animal control, and they're like, can you come down and we need to talk to you? And so I came down, and they'd had a bet going that I didn't even know about, that they thought that I was about 6 feet tall, had armpit hairs under my arm. This is the funny part about it. They thought that I was like this big, burly, female. And they're like, she's not petite. She's not this. And so when I walked in, I'm like, hey, I'm here to see Sam. And he was like, I'm in here. And I walked in, and he goes, you're Pitter? And I go, I am. He goes, you shot those dogs? And I go, I did. And he was like, okay. And the guy was sitting next, he's like, I told you. So anyway, he's like, well, I need you to identify the dogs. I go, okay. And so anyway, long story short, I had to identify the dogs. I said, all I need to do is hear their bark, and I'm good. So he takes me in there, and they bark. I'm like, there's your dogs. And he said, well, the biggest dog fighting ring was going on at the time, and I actually shot their dogs. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that was the most memorable time. And they're like, just so you know, there's this big dog fighting ring here in where we were, and you actually shot their money. You shot all their money. So at least those dogs, weren't fighting anymore, and it was all around town. I mean, I'd go to restaurants, and people would be like, Pitter, and I get like gun emojis on my phone and stuff. I'm like, I was protecting my client. I was protecting the animals.
Yeah.
Please don't come after me. I was protecting.
For sure. Is it staticky still?
Yes.
Oh man, I am so sorry. Okay. So if you could go back and reshoot a photo session, what would it be? And I don't think it would be that one.
No, it wouldn't be that one. The photo shoot I would probably go back and shoot would be everyone that called me to photograph their loved ones before they passed away. Those were the photo shoots that I would love to go back and redo, because I would want to capture more moments with them, and the legacy, and make more videos and have more time with them, because they taught me so much during those photo shoots. I'll have families call me and want to, say, Pitter, can you come? They've got 6 weeks to live, and they have, 2 months to live, and they have 3 months to live. And, can you come and capture them? And what I'll do is I'll take a little video of them, and like you and I were talking about, and, ask certain questions that are just so sweet and special. And then when they go through the pictures, they'll see it, and they're like, oh my gosh, you took a video, and they have that voice forever. And, again, going back to what you and I said, and those are the photo shoots that I'd love to go back and do, is wishing that they were here.
Love it. Okay, so what makes a person beautiful to you?
Their heart, their kindness, the way they give back to people, the way they touch a person without touching them. That is very important to me. Is sometimes you don't even need to touch anybody without touching them, speaking to them, looking at them, in their eyes, the eye contact, a little hug, a little smile, just reassurance, that you care about somebody. Beauty is actually from inside out to me, because it shines. If you can look good all day long with, your shirt down to here and, in your bathing suit and, things like that. But if you're not shining in here, it's going to show. And my grandfather told me this: a clown can only wear his face for so long until it falls off.
Oh, smack! That is fantastic.
I'll never
Boom.
forget that. A clown
Boom.
can only wear his face for so long until it falls off.
I love that. That is so awesome. Okay, so just so you know, and I apologize for the static here, so hopefully you can hear me. But, these are the things I see in you, the beauty in you. People say when I ask this question, it's just a reflection of who you are, and you couldn't have said it any better. I couldn't have said it any better about you. So with you just being as beautiful, I got a surprise for you and I, because I've not yet to review this, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Lynn, thank you for letting me join the two of you by video. I think you guys are amazing. Love the interview. This is great. Pitter, you're so amazing. You've done so many wonderful things. I'm so glad to be on this journey with you. I just wanted to say thank you to both of you, and I hope you're having a great day. And I'll talk to you both soon. Bye.
Surprise! Thank you, Jeff, for helping me with that. I didn't even know what it said, because I was uploading that, and I think that's where I don't know, but I was like trying to do all that, the behind scenes. So, Jeff, thank you for.
Oh, Jeff.
I got you, Peter. Now you've been winterized, I guess, because I love to surprise people on my show. So there. I love you, and I know he does too. So I just had to do that. Oh, yeah, I love it. He says you're welcome. See, that's a special thing about being on my show. I hope you know that my point in this show is not only live, love, and laugh, let go, but it's for people to know what they mean to me while they're here. And we should be celebrating each other on this side of the fence, not the other side. And people need to learn to do that more and to appreciate it. Yeah, I know. Isn't that super cool? So I'm really grateful for that. And he says you are welcome. So, I just... I sincerely hope that you're feeling the love. We only got about 10 more minutes or so, and it's going by real fast. If you guys have any questions for her, feel free to put those in there. Let's see here. I'm just going to throw some fun stuff in here. So what's the best trip, traveling-wise, you've ever had?
Oh, the best traveling wise, the best trip, probably would be with my dad. I have several travel trips because, literally Mariah has a travel bag ready to go at all times. I'm like, Bo, we're going to the beach. Wake up. We're leaving in 3 hours. Let's go. We're ready to go. The best travel was to Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, Taipei, with my dad. For 30 days, we were gone to Canada. We went on a business trip with him. And it was the most amazing time. And each place that we stopped, I had I saved money along the way, and I ended up taking pictures on each place for him, and I have it framed. And so under each picture of each in Hong Kong and Singapore and wherever, I saved the money, and I put it underneath each of our pictures in each there. So my dad has taught me so much about international travel, and then I have to say, without getting emotional, my grandfather, I had two great, amazing grandfathers, my Armenian grandfather and then my mom's dad. He took my brother and I across country, all the way from Atlanta, all the way out to LA, California, up and all the way across the Nevada, up to Minnesota, all the way up to like Vermont and all the way back down. So he kind of did the whole circle when we were 12 years old. And this old VW, the old VWs that are worth a lot of money right now. And we stayed at the KOAs, and he taught me so much about travel. And we were just at the beach, and I was talking about the waves and how each wave is different. And my grandfather taught me that if you look at the waves, each wave is different. They're big and they're small. Some waves are beastie, man. They're like, beastie, kind of stay away from those waves. They could, great for surfers. Surfers love them. But, you could get tossed and tumbled in those. And then some of the waves are small. And he said those are kind of like people in their personalities. You have big personalities and you have little personalities. And he said, just remember that. And so my grandfather taught us along the way on our travels, when we were near the beach and the ocean. And those are some of the best trips. And our ski trips, of course, our ski trips are always amazing.
And I have a question here for you from your friend. What is your love language? That's a good one, I guess. Put her on the spot.
Oh, LaDan, my sweet LaDan. I know she's laughing right now. I know. I hear her. My love language is probably maybe this one. LaDan. Oh my gosh. I would say probably. Oh, hang on. She's going to give me choices. Go ahead. Give me choices, LaDan.
Affirmation, time, gift, or service.
My love language. I would say all of them.
Jeff is laughing.
I'm laughing because he knows LaDan. He knows her. I think time is my. I don't need affirmation.
Right.
I don't need that. I want quality time, and that's important to me because you can't get it back. My grandmother always said you can have as much money in the world as you want, but you can't buy time. You can't get it back. And these days, now it's like I want time. I'm 50. I want time. I want time to go for a walk or look at, just, experience things and not be, tied down. Like it's just, it's just the quality of time that I get with people is that one-on-one. And if people know me, they know that I'm all about time is important to me.
And I'm blessed that I've had time with you. And I think Jeff agrees. Quality time is good.
No, I see that now.
Yes. So I'm glad to hear that. I like this, Jeff. I still have to interview him for you, but that's beside the point. Let's see. What am I going to ask you next? Let's see here. Let's see. My noise here is going crazy. What does a perfect day look like to you?
The perfect day looks like to me, it's going to be sunny, of course. It's going to be sunny.
Jeff says you're not 50, you're 37. Okay, Jeff, you can keep thinking that. That is perfectly fine with us. Because I'm 55. We don't look our age. We know that.
Did I say I was 50?
Yeah, you did.
When did I say I was 50? Oh, I did.
You just told 50. Yes.
I'm 37.
Let's scratch it for the record.
Scratch that from the record. But it's okay because I am 50 and I'm going to own 50 and I'm going to own it because I'm owning it. I'm owning 50. And because my little brother's like 32 and so he and I look so much alike. So with that said, what was the question again?
What does the perfect day look like?
The perfect day to me, I love to fly. I love to go in helicopters and I love to fly and I love sunny weather. I love the beach. There's a lot of perfect days for me. The perfect day for me is actually being able to wake up, literally to be able to wake up. And and see my little girl and just see the people that I love around me, but just to maybe get up in the sky. I love being up in the sky in a helicopter, or just on the back of a motorcycle, at the beach. I really enjoy just doing stuff outside, just doing something just outside. I mean, I'm very active. There's not much I don't like to do. So that's
Awesome.
kind of fun.
We've got about 5 minutes left. So
Okay.
I'm going to ask you here, what's your favorite quote?
Oh, my favorite quote. Oh man.
We could go back to that one. This one will be interesting, especially being a photographer. What tells you the most about a person? Like,
Their eyes.
especially, what's that?
Their eyes.
Their eyes. So
Mhm.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
And the reason is their eyes. And I'm going to tell you, I don't read eyes and stuff like that. The eyes are, you can tell when somebody's hurting inside, big time. You can totally tell. Their eyes are not clear. When their eyes aren't clear, it means something's going on. Something's going on. And usually I'll ask them, I'm like, you okay? You okay? Something going on. And the majority of the time, they'll tell me. They'll say, I'm not feeling it, and I'm not, feeling my best right now.
That's
So
good.
it's their eyes.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up with this question, I think, is, can you recall a time in your life when you said, I would never do, that you ended up doing?
I would never do.
I have a point to this. People don't realize that we should be careful what we say we'll never do, because you're just throwing it out there that you're going to end up doing that.
I'll never do that. I was
would
just
never do
talking
that.
about this last night on Clubhouse.
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Don't steal somebody else's answer. I want your answer.
No. Can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend? Where's my dad?
So Nelson says, do you girls know the song I Feel Good by James Brown? I feel good. We need to do a TikTok to that.
I need to do
We
a TikTok. What's
That's
that?
right. Hi, Todd from
Oh,
G-Force.
hi,
He's from
Todd.
Gratitude Force, yes. But I'll let
I'll
you.
never do. I think maybe I'll never do something like with my parents. It had something to do with like my parents. Like, I'm never gonna do that. And then Mariah was like, "Mom does that," and I'm like, "She does?" And I'm like, and I think honestly everybody begins to do what their parents do, certain things, and then certain things you look at and you're like, I promise I'm probably gonna try not to do that. I won't say I won't ever do that. I'll just try not to do that. Why don't we rephrase that? We'll make that a new phrase. What are you going to try not to do?
Yeah, that's good. This time just went so. He goes, can you girls look up the Blossom theme? So we're talking about photography, not singing, but dance right now. Yeah, we can make pretend we're dancing. That is so cute. Peter, this has been an honor and a super pleasure, and I can't thank Mark Rodriguez enough for doing that. And then Jeff for, at the last minute, messaging him and getting that video in. Yes, thank you, Jeff and Mark. And I'm just so, girl, I just hope you'll come back on my show again. And I apologize for the static, people, on my video here. If you'll just stay right there, Peter.
But I want to say one thing about you.
Uh-oh.
About you. Because you got the mic, and you're the magic behind the mic. And when you asked me to do this interview, this is actually the first podcast I've ever done. And I've had a lot of people ask me to do it, and I just haven't done it. And I mean, if people know me, I'm tearing in here, I mean, I actually have all my clothes on, thank goodness, but but I want to tell you, your heart is so big. and you are so amazing in your words, in your heart, and what you believe in. And that is one reason why I allowed you and wanted to do this with you, because you have such a big heart and you're so giving and people love you. And I wanted to tell you that you're amazing.
Aw, you're gonna make me cry. That's not supposed to happen on my show. Aw, I
You're
love you.
awesome.
I love
You're
you
truly
so
awesome.
much. You know
You're an
what they say?
amazing person.
You know what they say? It takes one to know one, my friend.
Thanks.
So
I received that.
good. I'm glad you received that. I'm gonna step out here with this video of you because it's just so amazing. You choked me up. That's not the static in the thing. She really just choked me up. I love you so much, Peter. I'm just so blessed for Clubhouse as far as getting to know you.
Yes,
And and this is just wonderful. And I think Peter and I have some things in the works in the future. So you guys, God bless. Hold on.